There was once a young man named Ibrahim. He was devoted to his prayers, fasted regularly, and tried to stay away from sin. But in the busy streets of the city, with beauty and temptation all around, he found himself constantly battling his eyes. One day he asked a wise teacher,
Why does Allah tell us to lower our gaze and not just our look? Aren't they the same?
The teacher smiled and said,
My son, Allah's words are perfect. There is a reason why He said, Tell the believing men to lower from their gazes, and again, and tell the believing women to lower their gazes. The word Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses is absarihim, their basar, not nazar. Yes, nazar is just looking. It might be glance, a passing view, but basar, that's when your sight connects with your heart and mind. It's deeper, it's focused, it observes. And that is what penetrates the soul.
That's why the Quran tells us, and you see them looking at you, but they don't perceive. They were looking, but not seeing. They had nazar, but not basar. Now imagine this. You're walking through the market. You see a woman passing by. You didn't intend anything. It was just a glance. That's nazar. But then you stare. Your heart starts to engage. Your imagination follows. Desire awakens. And suddenly the glance became basar, a gaze filled with emotions and attachment. That's the moment Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns us about. The Prophet, peace be upon him, once said, The glance is one of the arrows of Iblis, poisoned. Whoever lowers his gaze for the sake of Allah, Allah will grant him the sweetness of faith he finds in his heart. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who once looked at a woman and kept looking. He went home that day, and when he opened the Quran to recite, he couldn't remember anything. The words were there, but his heart was blank. He cried and said,
Disobedience stole the light from my heart.
That is basar. Even the names of Allah teaches us. He is al-basir. Indeed, Allah is ever all aware, all seeing. His basar is not just sight. It's deep, comprehensive, just, merciful. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us to look at His signs, the sky, the camel, the creation, He says, do they not look at the camels? Do they not look at the sky above them? He uses yanzurun, nazar, because these are signs too vast for us to fully comprehend. We're invited to observe, reflect, ponder, but we will never fully grasp them with our limited minds. So the next time your eyes wander, remember, the look may be forgiven, but the gaze, the basar, is where the test lies. And if you protect your gaze, Allah will protect your heart. He will purify your soul. He will replace forbidden beauty with the sweetness of His closeness. And isn't that the real beauty? Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.